Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Chew News. As always, I'm your host, Dee Brady. With me is my co host.
Say Chi.
And in today's episode, we are going to be covering some raid news, some anime news, some Pokemon Go news, and merch news. Then we're going to go into our discussion question and everyone's favorite portion, the silly little question. But let's start some things off with some good old raid news. So we are currently wrapping up. We wrapped up the first week of the Delphox raids. We've got another round coming at the end of this week. So
Wow.
starting Friday the 14th, going through Sunday the 16th, I believe. Uh, we'll have another round of Delphox raids with the Fairy Terra type. I have already beaten the raid, but it was. I know I've said this a lot, but I think it was because I'm a little out of practice because we haven't had a 7-star Terror Raid event in a while. But this one was very hard. This one was very hard because obviously you're going in with like physical attackers because Delphox doesn't have the best physical defense. But one thing that she does have is Will-O-Wisp. Will-O-Wisp will cut your attack.
Well, I will say the raids aren't very hard if you don't do them.
Yes, but for people like me, we want to do them.
But do you?
But yes. But I was finally able to do it with a Cerulege with the Steel Terra type holding a Shell Bell. That seemed to be like the best way to get it to where I was finally able to take it down with a bunch of people. So, like I said, we've got that coming up. We don't know quite yet about the next 7-star Terror Raid, but it'll probably be announced Sunday evening, afternoon after the Delphox raid has completed, if not probably Monday of next week.
Sure.
So, Tay, I'm going to toss it on over for some merch news.
We got a wee bit of the merch news. In case I'm gonna start off with in case you guys missed it. Pokemon Center did for a little bit bring back the back in stock um tab on the Pokemon Center website. It was only there for a limited amount of time. They brought back a bunch of the evolution statues. And they brought back all the evolution sitting cuties, and also a bunch of random sitting cuties such as Gyarados, Haunter, um, which I did get two of them because Drowsy, a Pokemon that I've waiting 3 years for the Pokemon Center to restock and almost have bought in a Japanese version many a time. Finally got Drowsy, and I bought myself a Mareep as well. Ampharos was also available, but it seems that they're all out of stock now, so obviously some people have noticed. But this just goes to show as to always check the Pokemon Center website for that tab. But anyway, in the world of actual available merch on the Pokemon Center website, we got a bunch of Pokemon Go things, such as we got hats, we got scarves, we got pins for Team Valor, Mystic, and Instinct. So for the pins, there's just an enamel pin of each of the mascot of Moltres, Articuno, Zapdos. Those are $10 each. They have some crew socks with all the mascots. They are retailing for $14.99 each. They have come back with the t-shirts as well. Those are retailing for about $20. They brought back scarves. Why they're bringing scarves in summer, don't know. Doesn't matter. Another $20. They have,
Choices.
yeah, they have more pins, a 4 pack of pins, which is basically just like I don't know exactly. Maybe they're supposed to be they're Battle League pins. I guess they're $20 as well. More variety of T-shirts retailing for $25. A Pokemon Go hat, level 45 hat, for $25. They have icons all over print T-shirt for another $25. They have a whole Pokemon Go trainer gear for $34.99. Bunch of windbreakers retailing for about $50, both the men and women version. Some hoodies, actual merch hoodies that you don't have to buy off a bootleg website. They are retailing for $70. And then a Pokemon Go trainer level gear jacket. It looks like a bomber jacket for $130. So that's lovely. But with trainers in the US and Canada, they can receive a Pokemon Go trainer egg incubator bag with any Pokemon Center order of $49.99 or containing more than or containing one or more item from the Go trainer gear or Go gear collections. It's beginning it began on the 11th and it will go until July 25th while supplies last.
Interesting. I mean, I don't doubt that any of that will sell out quickly just because I know there are still a lot of active Pokemon Go players.
For sure. And then
Which, speaking.
go ahead.
Oh, continue. I was say
Oh, I
continue.
was just gonna say for Pokemon Build a Bear, Sprigatito was announced. You can get their online bundle exclusive for $50 to $5, and a bunch of other bundles are um, on sale for 30% off right now in stock. They have Vulpix, Bulbasaur's back, Sobble, Pikachu, Growlithe, Charmander, Eevee, Squirtle, the Build a Bear 25th Celebration Pikachu bundle, both of them, Leafeon, Grookey, Teddiursa, and Scorbunny.
Little restock there.
A little bit of a restock.
So, speaking of Pokemon Go, it was also announced for Pokemon Go's July Community Day. It will, in fact, be Poliwag.
Whoa!
So, obviously, you're going to be able to get Poliwag. It starts at the end of July, so July 30th, close to your birthday. Again, from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. your time, no matter where that is. And then if you evolve Poliwag into Poliwrath at that time, you get the charged attack Ice Beam, actually. You get the fast attack counter and charged attack Ice Beam. I thought I got that confused earlier. There's no mention of Politoad, but I'm assuming that if you evolve it into a Politoad, that it also gets the charged attack Ice Beam. Because when we had the Slowpoke Community Day, if you evolved it into Slowbro or Slowking, it would get the charged attack for Surf. So maybe that's the case here. And as always, you always have the chance to encounter a shiny and evolve it all the way up there. So that's always fun and interesting. And I think it's actually cool because these shinies are actually noticeable. I know that they're not overworld shinies, so you have to click on them to actually see if they're shiny.
Yeah.
But these shinies are actually noticeable. It's not like a desaturation like Garchomp,
Good.
where it's barely noticeable.
Thanks, Garchomp.
Thanks, Garchomp. But switching things over into anime news, we are getting the anime back after a 2 week hiatus. It's returning this week. Just normal. It looks like it's a slice of life episode this week, possibly with a capture. Who knows? Fingers crossed. Because Watchroll was showcased in one of the previews, but so was Lechonk, and Lechonk was not captured.
Mm-hmm.
So you never know. That is a hope of mine that Watchroll is caught by either Liko or Roy, because I do personally enjoy Kilowattrel. It is a good regional bird. But with that, am I missing any news, Tay?
Nope.
No. That's pretty much it. But this will actually lead into our discussion question, which we will get to right after the break. And welcome back, everybody. So, as we said previously, the anime topic that we were talking about in the news is going to lead into our discussion question. Now, this is purely speculation, but I think that Liko's dad is going to play a role in the anime on how they're able to change Terratype.
Now, why do you think that?
Because he is an artist, and specifically he's a painter, but he is also like Brassius, a sculptor.
Mm-hmm.
And within the games, we're able to change a Pokemon's Terratypes by bringing in like a certain amount of shards, and someone in Medali is like, oh, I'll cook up a life changing meal that'll change the Pokemon's Terra type or whatnot. But I think because he's an artist, he'll be like, oh, hey, I'm going to work with Brassius and we're going to like sculpt together a Terra crown. Boom. They're going to use some anime BS to show us how it actually changes. But I feel like he's going to play a role in how the Terra types get changed.
Now, by you saying that, I personally, and granted, I have not watched any of the anime, but I know how these things go with Pokemon and how they reveal things. I think that will only happen when the newest DLC comes out because I think it has to do something with the turtle in the anime in order for it to happen properly. So I don't maybe the artist sees the turtle and he gets inspired by it and that's what
Oh.
happens. Just kind of like a Ho-Oh moment that
Mm-hmm.
we got episode 1. You know, like that could be possible where he's inspired, then he starts creating these things for the terrorist shards. That's what I think is going to happen. And they're going to time it perfectly so that it all goes together with the game.
And the reason I bring this up is because in the Journeys anime, we got to see how I saw Karibo. I saw Karibo. In the Journeys anime, we saw how the max soup worked for Pokemon that are able to Gigantamax but only Dynamaxed.
Mhm.
So we saw that with Ash's Gengar, and I'd be interested to see how they're able to do this because with the soup, that's easily like explained on how it's able to go from just going big to changing form and going big. Like this, it's just adding in like a crystal crown. So
Yeah.
how do you do that? How do you do that? So I'm very interested to see how that'll work.
No, I agree. I think that's going to be interesting to see what exactly Pokemon decides that it wants to do. And like they're very calculated with how they do everything. So that's why I think that with the turtle, it's either it doesn't even have to happen at the same time as the DLC, but for it to still like almost like to ensue excitement for the DLC.
Mm-hmm.
Like I
Build
think
anticipation.
exactly. The Pokemon, if anything, is a marketing genius, and I think that's how they're going to do it. And with whatever Pokemon that's gonna happen with, it's gonna be that's the new Pokemon. That's gonna be the uh probably the raid that's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that's
If
with
any,
Meowscarada or what.
it may be Miascarada, because as we know, Liko has got Sprigatito and whatnot, but it may be Miascarada. I could very easily see it being Freed's Charizard or Pikachu,
It could be.
just because we've seen
Has there been a
him battle
Charizard
him
raid yet?
battle with. Yeah, Charizard was the very first raid.
Hmm.
Charizard was the very first Terra raid that we had for 7 stars.
I don't know if they'd redo one, but they might.
They might redo it, but it just because the Pokemon Company loves Charizard and Pikachu so much, they may end up doing that. They may showcase the Dragon Terra Charizard and the Flying Terra Pikachu.
True. You never know. That's how Pokemon rolls.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
But let us know in the comments below if you think that Liko's dad is going to be how they change the Terra shards in the anime, or if you think that this is just complete BS. Well, after the break, we're going to go to everyone's favorite portion, the silly little question.
Silly little question.
And now it is time for everyone's favorite portion, the silly little question. Now, Tay, what is our silly little question?
The silly little question of the day is if Pokemon, we are in the Pokemon world. Clearly, Master Chef exists. And if Pokemon were allowed to be used in Master Chef, what would be the best Pokemon to use in Master Chef competition? I have two answers.
Wow, that's actually kind of shocking because normally I'm the one who announces that they have two answers.
I like to do this thing where I look around my bedroom and I go, ah, yes, that Pokemon. And then I keep looking and I go, no, that Pokemon. And then I can't choose. So therefore, that's what happens. So I have two
Welcome to
answers.
the indecisiveness.
Yay. But
Yay. But what are they?
the first one I came up with is Kabutops. And the reason I came up with
For
Kabutops,
chopping?
chop, 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 chop. Exactly. The fine, if you need something thin, Kabutops has gotcha. He's gotcha. And then he can just put it on his arm and just dunk it into whatever, do whatever. The second one that I decided was Typhlosion. Because you can use each of his little holes on his back as a burner. And Typhlosion's.
Charcoal.
Exactly. Typhlosion's like a pretty good. I feel like he'd be able to control the fire that comes in and
Hmm.
out and how much comes in and out. And I feel like that'd be perfect if you need to make four different dishes that need to be on different temperatures. That can like speed up like heat up like that, whereas a stove might be a tiny bit slower.
Hmm.
So for cooking and prepping, that's what we got.
Those are good answers.
Thank you. What are your answers?
So my answers might sound a little basic, but it's because they're the correct ones.
Okay.
My answer, first one, is going to be Slurpuff
Mm-hmm.
because Slurpuff is a baker. He can help you sniff out the correct. Oh, hello, Tiki.
Come on, you're okay.
He can help sniff out the freshest ingredients and help prep. And then the other answer is Lickitung
He's just gonna eat all your
because
food. Hi.
he can be a taste tester.
That's true. In case you poisoned your own food.
Yes, no. Um, that way you can be like, hey, Lickitung, point to what we need more of. Do we need more of this berry or this ingredient? Like what do we need? What's missing? And his sensitive tongue will tell you.
No, that makes sense. But I wouldn't say it's the right answers. I would still say that they're answers. I think mine were pretty good. Narrate T. You see, Dad? Yeah.
But let us know down in the comments who you would bring with you to MasterChef in the Pokemon world.
Do it. Don't do it. Sorry, she was about to punch the monitor. I wasn't talking to you guys, I was talking to her.
If you watch Tay's stream, that's a fairly regular thing.
Thanks, Tiki. But yeah,
But when we come back, we're going to do a quick wrap up. Well, we hope you have enjoyed this episode. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this with a friend. We really appreciate that. And also, don't forget to follow us on our socials. I am at Chew News One. That is for the podcast. I personally am at DBradyEW21. Tay is at
Teichichu 7 because someone wouldn't allow me just to have Teichichu.
Rude. But before we go, we're going to do a quick wrap up to remind everyone that we've got the second round of Delphox raids that start this weekend, the 14th, and then as well, I see Tiki in the
she's,
background.
she's looking at me
She's
so menacing.
she's just creeping. She's just creeping.
Go on.
And then we'll do a reminder throughout the month of July, but Poliwag Community Day is July 30th. The anime comes back this weekend as well, and then merch news tape.
Pokemon Go? merchandise has a sale going on that you can get a free incubator egg. So all that stuff. Keep a tab on the in case they bring back the back and stock tab for setting cuties, statues, whatever you're into. And then also Sprigatito, Build a Bear.
Perfect. Well, with that, we hope you have enjoyed everything. And don't forget, next time you choose your news, choose.
Chin is.
Bye, everybody.
Aha!